Hey there, Tiffany Thomas here with thewealthytiffany.com, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 things that I did to save money this year. And before we dive in, make sure and comment freedom below in the comments if you're ready for financial freedom right now, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to like and share this video. And if you're really serious about becoming financially free sooner than later, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. Okay, so let's talk about the 10 things I did to save money this year. I'm really excited to share these ideas with you, and some of them are pretty simple, but it really made a difference throughout the year. So let's dive in and start with number one. And these are in no particular order. Number one is just being more intentional about driving different places. So I kind of set up my schedule better this year, and if I was already going to be out, then I would run errands at that time. For example, I go to Zumba class every week, and when I go to Zumba, if I needed to go to the grocery store that day, then I would just go right after my Zumba class. Or if I needed to go get gas in my car, then I would just do that at the same time, just right after my class. And then just, if I was meeting a friend for lunch and, for example, I had a rock chip in my windshield that I needed to get taken care of, and I knew I was meeting a friend for lunch, and I was like, oh, the rock chip place isn't too far from where we're going to lunch, so I'll just swing by there after. So it kind of just saved on time, but also on gas money as well. So I was able to save money that way, just being really intentional about when I'm going places, what can I put together and do at the same time so that I'm not backtracking or going in a different direction the next time I'm going out or something, just kind of combining all of those together. So that was the first tip that I wanted to share with you. Just be more intentional about when you are going places and mapping out, what other things that you need to get done when you're already going to be out and about. Okay, and then number two is that I signed up for Arcadia Power, and this was something that was brand new to me. I joined this Choose Financial Independence, local group on Facebook, and someone had posted in there about this company that you can sign up for, and they will pay your power bill, and you can use your credit card with them. So usually when I pay my power bill, or previously when I was paying my power bill, I would have to link my checking account. But since I signed up with Arcadia, which is a free website, and you just sign up and you can link your power account to them, and you just link your credit card to them, and they automatically pay your utility bill and then just bill your credit card. And they also look for any ways that you are saving energy. It's kind of like a clean energy type system. I don't know exactly how it works, but anyway, on my last bill, I was able to save $5 by signing up with them, and I'm getting cash back on my credit card for the amount of my power bill. So I'm able to save money that way. And I'll put the link below, and you can see if it works in your area. I'm not sure if it works in all areas, but it works in the Salt Lake City area. So I'll put my referral link below, and you can check it out and see if it works for you. So that's the second way that I saved money this year. And then the third way that I was able to save money this year is actually by not going to Costco as much. Not that I was really going there a ton before, but I was just a little more intentional. Because when I go to Costco, there's just so many things that I like to buy in bulk, and I can spend a lot of money there. And sometimes I don't really need all of those products. There's like the flavored popcorn that they have is really good, but I don't really need to be eating flavored popcorn. Anyway, so I cut back on going to Costco so much, and I still went there. There's a few things that I really like to buy there because I use them a lot, and they are less expensive to buy there. But I wasn't just like going to get gas at Costco and then walking inside for the samples and getting tempted to buy something that I really didn't need. So I was able to save money that way, just being more intentional about my grocery shopping and shopping in general. So that's the third way. And then the fourth way is by eating my food storage. And I don't know, this may not apply to some people, but a lot of friends that I have, I know they have food storage. And it's just, if you're not familiar with the term food storage, it's just keeping items that have been purchased in bulk in your basement in a storage room that keeps the items cool, and you can store them for years and have them still be good. So different canned products, or oats or rice, things like that, flour, sugar, all different types of products. And so I had a lot in my food storage, and I hadn't been using it. And I thought, you know what, it's time to rotate that. Like, let's just use that or get rid of it if I'm not going to use it. And when I move again, I'm not going to have to move all of that food again. So I actually started using a lot of my food storage. And just for an example, I had a bucket of oats, like a 6-gallon bucket, one of those really tall pails of oats. And I love oatmeal, and so I just would open up my bucket in my food storage room, put oats into a smaller container that would fit in my cupboard upstairs, and I was having oatmeal for breakfast every day. And I was just using my food storage, and so I wasn't spending money on cereal, which can be really expensive if you're buying the boxed cereal. So I decided to use more of my food storage, and I've been eating oatmeal for breakfast every day, which I really love. So I love doing that anyway, and I'm using my food storage, so it won't go to waste, and I can always restock when I'm out. But I just started, making sure that I was looking in my food storage area and seeing what I had down there, and just actually using it. So I had some dried fruit, I had some dried strawberries, and so I brought those upstairs, started eating those. I put those in my oatmeal, which are delicious, and I had a bunch of soups, and so I started eating soup for dinner or for lunch, and just, I had corn and beans, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, not fresh tomatoes, in case you're wondering. Anyway, and rice. So I started cooking rice, making more dishes with rice that I had. So that's another way, that's the fourth way that I was able to save more money this year. I started going through my food storage and actually eating the food out of there, and I can always replenish. And then the fifth way that I was able to save money this year was by actually just reordering my contacts for the year before I had to make another eye appointment and pay for the eye appointment. Since I have to pay out of pocket for an eye appointment, I decided to just order my contacts before I needed to make another appointment, so that I would have another year's worth of contacts. And I know that doesn't apply to everyone, but you can just kind of think, well, what is something that I am buying every year, that may cost a little extra money? And, if you can save a little money and order ahead of time, then that could be an option. And I'm not recommending that you don't go see the eye doctor every year. It's just my eyes haven't changed hardly at all over the past, I don't know how many years. And I've felt fine with my eyes. So I opted to skip out of my eye appointment and just ordered the contacts while I still had a valid prescription. So that was the fifth way that I was able to save money this year. And then the sixth way, I have my notes down here. The sixth way that I was able to save money this year was to fund my HSA account. Since I am self-employed, I opted to have an insurance policy, a health insurance policy that would be valid with an HSA, a health savings account. And if you want more information about an HSA, I have another video on that, so I can put a link to that as well. So you can check that out. But I was able to, fund some of my HSA and use money out of that account, so that I can use that money and not have to pay taxes on the income that I'm earning for the money I used from my HSA. So that is another way that I was able to save money this year. And then the seventh way that I was able to save money this year was by not going shopping with my girlfriends, clothes shopping or shoe shopping with my girlfriends as much. I think I don't know, I maybe went twice this year, but I feel like I don't really need that temptation to be out shopping and be tempted to purchase clothes or shoes, items that I don't really need. I have plenty of clothes already, so I don't really need a ton of new clothes or new shoes. So I just, I didn't go shopping with my girlfriends. And, I either planned something else to do or just said I would go to dinner with them and not go shopping. So just being more intentional about what I'm spending my time on and making sure that I am decreasing any temptations that I might have, that I might, regret making that decision later on. So maybe, if I was to purchase something and didn't really love the shirt or the dress or whatever and regretted it later, I just kind of took that temptation out altogether. So you can kind of apply that in your own life and think of different ways that you're tempted to spend money that you don't really need to be spending, and then you might regret spending later. You can kind of just remove that temptation in the beginning so you're not just caught in that situation and feeling pressured to spend money or seeing something that you really love that you just have to spend money on then, but you didn't really need to. So think about different ways you can kind of remove that temptation of spending money that's unnecessary. And then the eighth way that I was able to save money this year is by eating at home a lot. I ate most of my meals at home this year. So like I said, I ate a lot of my food storage items, which was helpful, and I just made sure to go to the grocery store so that I would have food that I needed in the house, so that I wasn't thinking, oh, maybe I should just go out to eat. I don't really have anything in the fridge today. I kind of just planned ahead and did my grocery shopping, knew what I had in my fridge or in my kitchen cupboards, and made a list and went shopping and had food at home that I could eat. And that saves a ton of money when you can eat at home, because if you're going out to eat all the time, it's maybe $10 at the minimum. I think that's on the lower end. Usually it's higher, and especially if you're going to restaurants where you need to tip the waiter or the waitress, that's even an extra amount, and spending the money on gas to get there, to get to the restaurant. So eating at home a lot is another way that I was able to save money this year. And the ninth way that I was able to save money this year is by not feeling pressured or feeling guilty for not bringing a food item to a party. There's a lot of parties that I attend, and a lot of times they'll say in the description, they'll do a Facebook invite and they'll say in the description, feel free to bring a treat to share if you want to, right? It's not required. And I used to bring something to about every party that I would attend. I just felt guilty, and I would bring it, but there would be a ton of food there. At all of the parties, there's always a ton of food. And so a lot of the times I would even take what I brought home, or just leave it because it didn't get eaten because there was so much food. So yeah, this year I didn't feel the pressure, or I didn't make myself feel guilty for not bringing something. And and I'm not saying like be a mooch and just, you know, go to a party and not bring anything, especially, you know, if there was like a sign up list and they needed specific things, then yeah, for sure. Like I would sign up and I would bring something. It was, you know, like a limited number of people, and so everyone was bringing something. That's a different situation. But just going to a bunch of random parties all the time, I just kind of let go of that pressure and that guilt of feeling like I needed to bring something, because I really didn't need to. There was so much food at all of the parties, so you know, it might be different in your case, but that's just another way that I was able to save money this year. Just not feeling that guilt or that pressure to have to bring something. And, you know, I would even sometimes eat beforehand, so it's not like I was going to be eating the food anyway. But that's another way. That's the 9th way that I was able to save money this year. And then another tip that I want to give you is by asking yourself a certain question. So when you know that you need to buy something or you want to buy something, just ask yourself, well, can I wait just one more day before I buy this? And doing this, it really helps you realize if it's really something that you need or that you need right away. Because if you put it off for a day, and then another day, and if you forget about it, it's really not that important, and you didn't need to spend that money in the first place. So I really like asking myself, okay, well, can I just wait one more day before I buy that? And the next day, can I just wait one more day? Maybe I don't really need to buy that today. And then the next day, oh, you know what? I really don't need that. I'm not even going to buy it. So that's another great tip that I love to share. Because it really does help. And you know, it's kind of that 24-hour rule that people say, if you find something you want to buy, wait 24 hours and then buy it. But I kind of like framing it this way. Well, can I wait one more day? Can I wait one more day? You know, instead of just the 24 hours, okay, now I'm going to the store to buy it. It's just kind of like, okay, I can put it off another day. And this isn't, you know, of course this doesn't apply to necessities, things that you may need right away. I mean, if your gas tank is on empty, your gas light is on, then yes, please go put gas in your car. Don't wait another day. But if it's just, you know, some item that's really not an immediate need, then just ask yourself, can I wait one more day? Yeah, I can probably wait one more day. Anyway, these are the 10 tips that I wanted to share with you that I was able to use to save money this year. So hopefully you can apply these tips in some way in your life. And if you have other tips on ways that you have saved money, please comment below and share them. I would love to hear them in the comments. And I want to hear which tip was the most valuable. So comment below and tell me that. Which one is the most valuable, or which one you are going to start applying or start using in your life. And if you guys found this video helpful, please like it and share it with someone else who needs this information. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're really serious about becoming financially free, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.